What is up, Squared Nation? Welcome back to No Counters, No Combos. And today, I'm coming to you live from the mobile command center here. And we got some breaking news, okay? Shout out to Nick, or Dark Shift Gaming, as you might know him in the Discord channel. He was the one that brought this to my attention really early on this morning. So if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't have found this information as early as I did. So thanks, Nick. I really appreciate that. Bandai has decided to temporarily ban the SS3 leader. Starting September 28th, the leader will no longer be allowed to, be used legally in tournaments. And they're lifting the ban, which is, I think, very interesting. They're lifting the ban for November 9th. So it's going to be banned from September 28th through October 8th, and then unbanned on the 9th, which is interesting because the November 9th is the release date for Set 5. So, to me, what it seems like is Bandai is trying very, very hard to push the World Tournament set. Now, a lot of people agree with me, and a lot of people disagree with me that SS3 leader is a huge problem in the meta because it limits deck design and strategy and variation and a whole multitude of different aspects as far as the game is concerned. You always kind of ask yourself the question, SS3 just does it better. Why am I not playing that leader? So it kind of limits you to playing just one card. So I did feel like SS3 should have been banned a long time ago. So I'm kind of happy, I guess you can say, but at the same time, I'm just scratching my head because I work, I have a career, and I do marketing and sales. I normally don't get into my personal life here. That's not what this channel is about. But, just to give you a little bit of background information, I do marketing and sales for the most part as part of my career. And I just see this as a strategic venue for Bandai to promote their World Tournament themed booster set, which is actually releasing tomorrow, September 21st. Which, at the end of the day, Bandai is still a business and needs to generate a profit. I understand that. But to pigeonhole your player base and give them false hope for 1 month of gaming, it's not really going to put the game in a state where you want it to be. Basically, what's going to happen is, we're going to have a meta where first of all, World Tournament comes out September 21st, which as of the recording of this video is tomorrow, Friday, which is the day that the flute ban or the flute restriction goes in effect. So starting September 21st, the legendary flute will be restricted to 1 copy per deck. That's great. But you're still going to have a week of SS3 being all over the place with this new incorporation of the World Tournament cards. Now, starting on the 28th, SS3 will be banned, of course, and then you're going to start to see a resurgence of Harudegarn and just other blue leaders that people were playing before they got smart and started playing SS3 because it literally just does everything better. So you're not really progressing the format. Now, yes, not having to play against SS3 and their untapped 3 ability at the end of the turn is going to pay huge dividends in the long run, but you're still going to have to account for Storm, and it's going to be a more aggressive, just gas all over the place version with these Harudegarn builds. I almost guarantee that Harudegarn is going to make a huge resurgence, and you're going to see it at top tables all across, the land. I mean, you have Atlanta Regional coming up this weekend on the 22nd, and then you have or you have Vegas Regional coming up on the 22nd, or Dallas. I forget what city it is. It's Dallas or Vegas or somewhere, but you have pretty much every weekend coming up here a different regional event. So you're going to see a lot of SS3 this weekend coming up. Then the weekend after that, you'll probably just see a whole bunch of Harudegarn Storm until November when Set 5 comes out. Because, yes, World Martial Arts Tournament is a very good set. I do agree that it's a very good set, and it's going to have its imprint on the meta. And now the fact that they're temporarily banning SS3, there's going to be a lot of playability for the World Martial Arts Tournament set in general because you know, the ebbs and the flows and the increases and decreases in hype in this game is ridiculous. people usually play what's hype. And right now, everybody's hyping Jackie Chun and the announcer from the World Tournament. So you're definitely going to see a lot of those decks as well, which is great because on a business side of things, you're promoting your current set, which is going to be your most recent moneymaker, which, again, Bandai is a business, so they're going to try to squeeze as much money out of it as possible. But if you're going to ban the card for a month, why not just ban it completely? Because now you introduce the card back into set 5. And of course, Bandai has said numerously that they're not going to introduce any set rotation, which I still think this game needs some type of set rotation. I've said it countless times. You've heard it here. I've written articles about it. I've had tons of conversations about set rotation, but it doesn't look like Bandai is going to pull the trigger on it. But I really think the game needs a set rotation. So they're just banning the card for a month and then re-releasing it or unrestricting it once set 5 releases in November, which is going to give SS3 all the playability with the new cards from set 5. So everyone that's leaving the game or everybody that's complaining that the meta is stale, for the next month, the meta is going to be fantastic because, yeah, even though Yellow Blue Storm with the Harudegarn leader is going to be pretty much prevalent, that deck not having 4 flutes is going to lose a little bit of gas, and it's counterable because we've played against it, so we know that you drop a properly timed Nimbus and you're going to survive that turn. And if you can get to the late game, which is like turn 3 or 4 against that aggro strategy, you're just going to tempo them out. So it's not like it's going to be an unbeatable thing. And the fact that flute is down to 1 means you're going to have to see, 2 to 3 Gotens every game because you're not going to be able to abuse just the 1 copy. So I do think that, yeah, Harudegarn, Blue-Yellow Harudegarn Storm will probably be the best deck after SS3 gets banned, but I don't think it's going to be like unstoppable like it was with 4 flutes. The problem I have with this primarily is I just think it's a cash grab. I mean, to me, because I come from somewhat of a sales and marketing background, it seems like Bandai is just trying to save face and kind of put a Band-Aid on something that needs surgery, and just kind of giving us what we want to kind of like just backhandedly shut us up in a way. I don't want to sound disrespectful, but they're giving us what we want, but they're not at the same time. A lot of people, and again, most of the community is split 50-50, but if you don't realize that SS3 is, maybe problem is the wrong word, but if you don't realize that SS3 puts a hindrance on the game, then you're probably an SS3 player. SS3 does few and far between everything better than every other blue leader in the game. And the ability to untap 3 energies at the end of any turn with no color restriction allows you to play with no caution, which is what made Dragon Ball such a good game. If you tapped out and you played unstrategically, you got punished for it. SS3 allows you to play with training wheels and just kind of do what you want, which is, it's not healthy. But at the same time, they're just going to be reintroducing the card back into the meta a month later. Now, a lot can happen from now until November 9th. They might decide that, hey, the game has gotten healthier, let's just keep SS3 banned. They might bring SS3 back with an errata. There's a lot of things that can happen, so I don't want anybody to jump to any conclusions, but for what I see it as, they're just doing it to save face right now because they want to promote their recent set. And if you guys haven't, get your World Tournament boxes. We're still taking pre-orders here at No Counters, No Combos in combination with our partners at Computer and Gaming Universe. So if you guys are looking for cheap boxes, feel free to contact me, whether it's through email or Patreon or Discord, whatever the case may be. It's a great set. I think if Bandai introduced some type of a draft format, it would be really interesting to see how these cards would coincide with each other. Because draft is just awesome. But I digress. It's good news that SS3 is getting some type of attention that's going to hopefully help the metagame in the long run. But when I say long run, I mean just the foreseeable future with this next month. Like I said, a lot can change, but we'll see what happens. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this temporary ban for SS3. And for all you SS3 players, that have gotten accustomed to having untapped energy at the end of every turn. What is it that you're going to play now moving forward? Let's open this up for discussion. You can continue the conversation in our Discord channel. I'll link all of our information down in the description below, so you can follow us on our multiple social media platforms as you see to the left here. Otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Be there or be squared.